Greetings, folks. This is Sayer G, founder of GreenMedInfo.com, and I just wanted to touch base with everyone and share some of the exciting things that have been happening behind the scenes, as well as going over some of the visible changes that you see if you visit our site. GreenMedInfo.com is an open source database, which means that all the research we use and extract from the National Library of Medicine is entirely free to view without limitation to any of our users. No login required, no registration. It's just there for you. And that's in the spirit of our mission, which is to disseminate widely the research out there supporting natural medicine. And as Thomas Jefferson said, information is the currency of democracy. And we really feel that the best way to affect positive change in the way that medicine is being practiced is to disseminate information that is enlightening, provides education, and ultimately empowers our users. So, looking straight front and center at our site, you'll see several little icons, one of which we're very proud of, which is the site is hosted entirely with solar energy. While we do pay a premium, and a lot of our supporters are helping us with this right now, it is worth our while, because here in the state of Florida, I've said this before, about 17% of our power is run off of uranium, which is one of the worst pollutants that you could conceive of, having a half-life of billions of years. So it's going to pretty much outlive the planet on some level. We don't want to be part of that, so we want to support a technology that, albeit is still immersed in conventional energy, because there's something called embedded energy. The solar panels are going to cause a lot of pollution to produce, but we feel if we invest in the technology, it'll only get cleaner, more efficient in the future, and ultimately the energy balance will shift in favor of complete sustainability. So that's something we're proud of. And you can be proud of it too, because as a user, your experience is really just being run by the sun on some basic level. So anyway, as you look at the front here, you see open source. We just covered that. You also see we have 18,601 studies. And this index grows daily. There are days where we enter up to 100 new studies. So when you are checking in with us every day, the site has grown. And so we're real happy about that. Another thing is that people are sharing a resource. Thank you. Anyone out there that sees this, feel free to click the share button on Facebook, or dig it up there, or stumble it, tweet it. We really appreciate it, because it's you out there using our site that has really made it grow in a way that I think has positively affected people already. So thank you. Here's the basic layout. You have 6 indexes. Substances, there's 1,500 of them indexed. Ailments, 2,675. This also covers not only classical diseases, but symptoms. So if you have a fever, for example, or if you have nausea, sometimes it goes over generic symptoms. Therapeutic actions include Tai Chi, yoga, even chewing gum and yawning. It's quite amazing, actually, to see what some of the therapeutic actions humans engage in are, and how the peer-reviewed medical literature supports it. Problem substances, over 600. This includes conventional medications prescribed or over-the-counter. It includes cosmetic ingredients. It includes airborne pollution. It includes quite a lot of things which are not natural, that were not produced straight from the earth, that man had intervened in some way and produced in a way that may not be sustainable and may be harmful. Pharmacological actions cover from A to Z as well, and they go from analgesics to beta blockers to any number of different traditional actions, but are performed by natural substances. Then we have problematic actions, which include vaccination, X-ray mammography, C-section. This is another very interesting section that we're constantly developing. So what you're looking at here is the anonymous view of the website, and let's go to a page that gets a lot of visits. So we'll go to substances. As you can see, it's A to Z. We'll go to T's for turmeric. And there's several ways to get here. I'm showing you the traditional navigation. You can always go into the Google custom search box, but let's go down to turmeric. There we go. And this is a page we're really excited about. It's actually been shared over 3,000 times, and it's because it is the world's largest archive of peer-reviewed medical literature in one place, free to view. It includes 1,526 articles. So down below, in theory, you could spend a few days here just clicking away at all the different studies. And as many of you already know, if you click one of the summary lines, you'll get the full abstract, which is the original from the National Library of Medicine. It gives you the abstract title, source, authors, the abstract. And if you click the identifier here, you'll go back to the National Library of Medicine. This is actually, here I'll show you a little bit there. This is pubmed.gov. Sorry. This is the National Library of Medicine. Yeah, I might have missed that there, but you get the point. So we'll go back, and all of these studies together are basically being filtered into this box. And what we've done here is the attempt is to make the information available to everyone without them having to spend months looking through every study to find out, okay, what is the value of this herb? As you can see, there's 173 articles supporting its use for reducing oxidative stress, 52 for inflammation, 53 for DNA damage reduction. You'll see another number here called cumulative knowledge. And what this does is takes the article count and then applies a valuation system so that a human study gets more points than an animal, and an animal study gets more points than a cell study or in vitro. And this gives you a greater sense of the quality of the information as well as the quantity. And so as you go down the list, you see, okay, well, this is the amount of research that's accumulated thus far. And again, we have, I think, 572 diseases that this herb seems to have potential or actual therapeutic value for, so it's pretty significant. And then what you'll see all the way on the right, is a focus articles feature where you can select, let's say, just the 52 studies on curcumin or turmeric reducing inflammation. You click select, and it will actually crunch all these studies and then spit out just those 50 or so studies right below this box. Just takes a second because it actually has to go through quite a few studies just to get to that result. So there you go. You've selected the focus to term inflammation. All articles will be displayed below. So you go down and bam, here they are. User focused articles inflammation. So they're all there. And this is really a member only feature. We have unlocked this for the public so that they can use it without having to be a member. But membership gives you this ability on all pages. As you can see, it's a rather time-saving feature that I think many people will find helpful. So, another thing I want to point out to you is this is the Google search box. Now, we actually have to pay them several $100s a month just so that people can do their searches without, for example, having a bunch of ads be spit out, some of which are often, ironically, pharmaceutical ads. So instead of the first few results being ads through Google sponsored search, we've paid to eliminate those, and that's a big reason why we really need your support. We've initially were a donation only site, and we do have the ability for people to donate here, make a donation. There are sponsors. If you click here, you become a sponsor. It gives you the option to select a monthly fee. You have view our sponsors too, so you can see who's really putting resources behind helping to make this free for everyone. Dr. Mercola, Robert Scott Bell, Southwest Florida Naturally, Natural Society, really great organizations that understand what we're doing, wanting to help make this free to the world. Our hosting fees were $670 this past month in November, so we do need support. But after at first relying on donations and sponsorships, we realized that we had a number of features that we could provide the public that would give them something instead of them just feeling they have to give us something. So we have two versions: the basic features and then the pro. The pro account, I think many professionals specifically will benefit profoundly from, and it gives you a list of the different features. One of the features I'd like to show you real quick, which is unlocked for the public to use, is under the clinical tools, substance finder by disease. Now what this does, and here's a nice video explaining it to you, is it enables you to take a couple symptoms or diseases, let's say breast cancer, It's going to pull from the list of 2,700 different potential nodes. This one is breast cancer, article count 551. Let's say diabetes. So this hypothetical individual has these two conditions. We're going to click submit. It's going to now look at every single one of the studies that match these two diseases, and anything that crosses and says, okay, this is good for both, will come up in a list that will hopefully provide them information they can act on, of course under the guidance of a licensed medical professional. Let's see underneath here, and bam, gives you 64 relevant substances. This shows you there's 70 articles that show the benefit of curcumin for both breast cancer and diabetes. And then you go down the list, there's all these different foods and beverages and nutraceuticals, to use a word I don't like very much, but you get the point, that may be of therapeutic value. And so let's go down a little further. Okay, then you also have problem substances. Okay, statin drugs, organochlorine, pesticides. These are substances based on research that are harmful in these conditions, and therapeutic actions, yoga, so on and so forth. Now, what makes this really valuable, in my opinion, is the feature where you download this. So let's say, okay, let me log in actually, because this is a member-only feature. And keep in mind, anyone out there can sign up for a one-day professional membership, get 100 free GreenMedInfo tokens, as we call them, so they can use this search function and then actually produce high-quality PDF document that they own forever with these search results in that document. So if we go down further, we're logged in here, and I'm going to download this. I'm going to download this document result. And then hopefully, you know, this is the type of document that if, say, they're working with a conventional physician and they say, okay, listen, you just have to do chemo radiation here. You have to take your Avandia, or, well, that's actually been ripped off the market for good reason. It's causing heart attacks in people. But you take your oral anti-diabetic. There's no natural alternatives that have any research behind them. You just download this document, and here we go. We're going to open it up in the Adobe Reader, and I'll show you its power, which is that it links to all the peer-reviewed medical literature from the National Library of Medicine. So you see the results laid down here. Again, here's the list of articles, quality of knowledge, different therapeutic substances, natural substances. I'm going to go down the list. And here's the beauty of it, is all the research. So all these studies here, if you click any of the summaries, will actually go to the National Library of Medicine, so that that person doesn't have to spend weeks finding the research. You know, say it's a busy physician or oncologist. Here it is. Here's the research showing that there are natural substances of therapeutic value, and that it's not just anecdotal information, hearsay. It's actually peer-reviewed medical literature, and it's compelling. Now, as a pro member, you are able to input up to 10 of the diseases or symptoms at one time, and you can do unlimited document creation. So again, really powerful feature. It's available in a limited manner for anyone without logging onto our website, but as a pro member, you do get every month 100 GreenMedInfo tokens, which is a $25 value. The monthly membership fee is only $19.99, so we also found a way to justify people becoming members without technically paying for the membership, because if they use this feature and appreciate what it really represents, which is years of work, then they will not feel like, okay, I'm losing something by becoming a member. Not only are you getting all that, but you're also making it possible for us to have the free version of this site up and running for everyone out there. So you can be thanked really for helping to make it possible. So here's GreenMedInfo. Here is another feature, the documents that we've created. So with the tokens that you purchase, you can actually buy documents which are any of the diseases or ailments out there you see, or even keywords that you want to turn into a professional solar power generated PDF. You can add them to the cart, and you know what essentially is years and years of research all indexed for you, and basically yours to possess easily through our system. Now on the front page, I'll show you we actually have 3 of the documents available to download without any charge. This is just sort of a giveaway to get people to be introduced to the concept. The breast cancer document here, if you hit free download, you get a sense for what you get. From here, you get a list of all the natural substances, again, that may have therapeutic value based on the research speaking for itself through our algorithm. Go down, and then you also have problem substances are going to come up, 42 of them, just sort of underscoring how profoundly environmental medicine is needed in understanding breast cancer risk, problematic action, so on and so forth. And again, all the different studies are listed below. So this is a good document to bring to the table for those who want to employ integrative medicine or just strictly evidence-based natural medicine. So I hope this has helped. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at Sayer, SAYERJI, at greenmedinfo.com, or just click our Facebook button here and you can join the conversation. We have, let's see, 16,000 wonderful souls out there who have decided to, quote, like us and to help spread the information that we're getting out there. So again, thanks for tuning in to this update, and please just feel free to contact us with any questions, comments, or feedback. All right, thank you.